All right. It looks like we've got that stream back going. My apologies to you guys who are on the Twitch TV. It looks like something happened. I hope that a bomb didn't hit his house or something terrible like that. But it does look like Blaze's internet connection completely dropped out. And he was our streamer. So we are going to see Ice Mike moved in on. You guys missed a huge 5-man wipe. Going the way is Linky Nick's assassin. But other than that, not a whole lot. Ice Mike is going to go down, but the Cogs are holding fun inside of the damage from this, and Bright is going to move in, Fluff and Stuff securing that kill, so making it a 1-for-1. The kill score is 20-18, but that's deceptive. Look at that, and we can actually see this 5-man wipe happened right here. Looking up, that brought them from about 8,000 gold lead to about 12,000 gold lead, just off of that. So, now that you guys are all caught back up, we're looking at some of our items that have come out. Look at us, Dota, go. He's got his Boots of Teleportation up. He does also have, or his Boots of Travel. He also has his Manta Style. He's got his Radiance, and he's working forward his next item. We got a couple hundred toward that. Bat Rider hasn't gotten too much up, but he is close to a Blink Dagger. Looking at the Midas that's come out on the Darkseer, the Force Step that's come out on Fluff and Stuff, on the Silencer. And still, Ember Spirit not sitting on top of his first significant item. He's the only player on his team that still has brown boots. KOTH desperately clinging at a chance to get a sheep stick up. He needs that Scythe of Vice. 1437 does have a Blink Dagger along with the KOTH on the Puck and Fun on the Sand King, but it just has not been enough. The Bane is going to buy a gem as well, so goodbye Vision for North American Rejects. They are sitting at a huge disadvantage, and it's just going to get deeper as Brax is desperately clicking at the idea. I can get some farm, but he's going to go down, and Silencer is going to secure that kill. More intelligence stolen. Look at that. 24 stolen intelligence so far this game. The game just keeps sliding further and further away. The kill count is deceptive because this game is a lot farther away than 21-18 would imply. Ember Spirit does such a good job of countering that Naga Siren, but not if you can't get anything up on him. The experience now about 5,000 in favor of Sneaky Nick's Assassins as we are moving forward here. And just one more time, my apologies to everybody in the stream. I do believe that everything should be running out all right now, and we will bring you through to the end of this Dota Trash game number 3. So, once Flood is coming over here and trying to do some stacking, he's going to blink into his opponent's jungle here and make a movement. Blaze is back in. I'm going to try to get him on my Skype as well. And we will have both of our casters back. All right, Blaze. Welcome back, buddy.
Well, that was quite unfortunate.
Yeah, you missed an enormous 5-man wipe going the way of SNA that dropped them up from about 8,000 gold lead to about 12,000 gold lead overnight. And they are dominating this game now. It was a pretty strong performance before. Like, North American Rejects obviously having a significant amount of trouble. As the Naga Siren actually went down to the Sand King there. North American Rejects obviously having a lot of trouble throughout this game. But this is unbelievable. Battle Fury just got finished up on Ember Spirit, like, within the last 30 seconds. That's his first item.
Very far behind indeed. So I saw obviously that big team fight on the top lane that was several minutes ago, but big things that happened since then. Obviously 5-man wipe going the way of SNA, but now losing the tower down on bottom as there is a blink up on Sand King as well as the Shadow Shaman.
Yep, 3 blinks now up on North American Rejects, and that mobility has been helping them drag out these engagements quite a bit. But dragging out engagements is really what SNA wants. They've got that Radiance just doing burn damage across the entire duration of a fight. Not to mention the Ion Shell that does a significant amount of damage to anybody who is being chased. So SNA is totally cool with the idea of those Blink Daggers being out if those illusions can get out. And in addition, the burn damage coming out of the Radiance, if the illusions are fanned out correctly, completely stops the initiation with those Blink Daggers anyway. So 3 fairly ornamental daggers sitting out on the way of North American Rejects.
Looking extremely good for them. They're going to make a bit of a movement towards the bottom rune area. Of course, the Bat Rider, even at nighttime, can scout out at pretty long range, and they can see exactly what Ember Spirit is up to and take every last little bit of farm if they even go that far. Right now, just dewarding with the Geometry Sight.
Yeah, they're just moving around, making sure that they have the map control that they want. They're giving coaches a little bit more space than I think they should be. And this resting on their laurels moment might be a little dangerous, but they are so far ahead. I mean, they're 10,000 gold in the lead. Even though they did trade off a 2,000 gold lead very recently, they're still sitting pretty far ahead.
So what would you say is what is necessary to bring them back into this? So looking at North American rejects, obviously the Ember Spirit has crazy late game potential against Naga Siren, but current state of affairs, I don't think he's going to compete with her directly unless he gets like a dozen more ancient stacks. So what's their best option right now?
Well, right now, if they can get a little bit of a bait and switch going, get a fake push up and have the Roshan get taken down, that would be a good step. That would at least make Sneaky Nyx Assassins think twice about pushing too hard up against these towers where they are about to lose their tier 2 bottom. So if this is going to come out, if this Roshan attempt is going to come out, it's got to come out like right now. They don't have the luxury of waiting, unfortunately, for those core items to go up. Brax is trying to get himself a BKB, but yeah, they have one outer tier tower remaining and no vision on the map that's going to be sustainable. They're scouting out the Roshan, so they do have it in their mind, but it is probably the clearest route to victory, as we do see the 4th step is going to bring up on SNA Dota. He's going to pull Fun back. Fun is going to then be Fiend Script. And he goes down. Meanwhile, Korok is being chased out by IX Mike, and the cogs go down from Brax. Nogstein is going to get a kill on the Shadow Shaman on the rear end. Korok still trying to get away here, as just beneath him, Brax runs on the other side of the trees. And they should be able to get away, but at the expense of 2 of their friends. The mid tower is being pushed a little bit by the Ember Spirit, but this is not going to amount to anything.
Yeah, this is not looking good for them whatsoever. I mean, even just looking at the support silencer, right now running on 26 stolen intelligence charges, it's just ramping up his potential. A simple BKB, and he is a prime player in these fights just because of how much that raw intelligence can give him with those Glaives of Wisdom. But they're not going to get the initiation they were looking for on staking, or are they? He actually made a mistake there going for the Sleight of Fist on the creep wave, and they could try to go for an opening if they had a little bit more follow-through. Fortunately for him, he's pretty close to base, and obviously it's just those 2 supports.
Yeah, the heart now coming out of the Naga Siren, so she is getting pretty close to 6 slots. She can get rid of the Lincolns, and she can get rid of the Aquila. She can get rid of the Quelling. She can get herself something like a Lincoln's. I think probably a Diffusal Blade going to come out as well. At that point in time, I don't know. The burn coming out of the Radiance is actually really effective against the Blink Dagger, so you probably don't want to get rid of that at any point in time. But she can maybe even do the 7th slot, grab herself an Assault Cuirass, and keep it on the Courier for when she's going to split Illusions. But yeah, she's getting very close to being completely untenable. The Scythe of Ice has been up on Korok for about a minute, but he hasn't really had an opportunity to use it, as he is trying to get himself any sort of basic farm to open up some space in this game for his team to come back in. But honestly, the space created is not enough anymore. You need to take some towers. They've got 1 tier 1 down, and that's it.
Oh, that's ugly. That is really, really not good for them. And they're the ones that don't really have that much potential without momentum. These are the heroes that can snowball so hard and do so much, but it really feels like Puck is the only one who's gotten anything going for him at this stage. I mean, yeah, if we see Battle Fury number 2, we might be able to see some RNG luck on those cleaves, and if they cluster just a little bit here, there's the possibility, but I just don't know.
Yeah, well, there's going to be the Global Silence as they do try to initiate in here. Sna's going to be hexed out, though, by the Hex Stick. Korok being held down, and he is going to take some damage over time here as well. He's probably going to phase shift up on the top end as Siren Song goes out, trying to make sure that Korok does go down. He's going to call off her Goonies, and Korok will go down to the burn as Brax now dropping the cogs, trying to back out, and they're going to chase up into the Sand King, who has been nightmared out, and he's going to go down to the Ion Shell. Now on the top end, the Coaches is going to go ahead and try to throw himself forward as Brax is thrown back by the lasso. There's going to be the flame break pushing everybody aside as this is going to be a retreat attempt coming out of the North American Rejects. The wall goes down, no vacuum to follow, but there's going to be the net. Brax is going to be held down, and the illusion is probably going to be enough to secure that kill. That's another 5-man wipe, and if this isn't the GG, I don't know what is.
Yeah, honestly, right now Bright's sitting on 32. They've killed them off. They can easily take the racks with nothing to stop them. And that Roche that they might have been able to control, contest, do anything about is now completely out of their hands. Right now, Batrider and Naga control the pit, and they're not even bothering. They can easily go for the racks and at least take the melee here. Epicenter available when Sand King respawns. That's the best thing they have to offer, and I just don't think it's enough.
Yeah, this is, I mean, Sand King coming in. There's going to be the puck here soon, too, with the hack stick, but They're going to use the glyph. They're trying to do anything they can to hold this off. They know late game, they could take this. If we're looking at like a 70-minute game, but it just doesn't look like they have the time. Fun is going to come in with a huge burrow strike. Kurok going to come in with that nice silence. The Dream Coil is up. The orb going out, but the mechanism gets everybody back up to almost full health. And now Fun is going to be chased out by Fluff and stuff. 1437 coming in here, throws down that Ether shock. And meanwhile, Ush just doing what he does, knocking down this tower, or knocking down this Rax, excuse me. Brax is going to be nightmared out. He's trying to get Ush. Ush is getting pretty low in the shackle. There is going to be that epicenter, but the Siren Song is going to buy enough time for the Naga Siren to get away. They lose 3. They get a tier 3 and a Rax. North American Rejects did a lot better than I expected defending that, but they're still, that cost them, that entire exchange cost them about 5,000 more gold deficit. So they are playing way in debt. This is U.S. national debt levels of bad.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd at this stage. Like the cluster points where they get hit by the Battle Fairy Cleave, they get hit by the epicenter. That's what caused them to take so many casualties since they didn't have Silencer's ultimate up just yet. But even so, they get their big boys out, and that means that they're ready to rumble in the Roche Pit in just a moment here. And here come the Illusions already jumping in. They get the lasso onto Snake King, and this looks bad for them.
All right, Kurok is coming around here, and he's being chased out by SNA Dota. The Ember Spirit's going to jump way down, and he's going to try to back out, but SNA's chasing him around, and now Ush is coming in from the other side. 3 heroes have gone down, meanwhile, on the north side while trying to retreat, and it does look like Ember Spirit is next. And that's the GG. That's exactly what I was talking about. That Roshan could have been a little bit of a time buyer, but it came out way too late, and they just didn't have the map control they needed for it. So Sneaky Nick's Assassin staying on top of the hill here for another week. Can anybody take these boys out?
I don't know. I mean, this was really the best showing that we've seen so far. The closest attempt anybody has made to actually unseating the Kings. But yeah, all the same, the Snake King is no match for the Kings of the Hill. Sneaky Nick's Assassin looking really good. Obviously, they had some issues. Game 1 didn't look too coordinated, but the bottom line is they pulled through for the full match. And these past 2 games have been incredible to watch.
Absolutely. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. My name is Gorgon the Wonder Cow. Please do catch me over on Twitter at GotCowDota, where you can find updates for my writing for Join Dota and Dota Trash, for my casting for Join Dota, Sivo, Dota Trash, and just about everywhere else casters are needed. And, of course, do go over to Twitter and follow my co-caster as well, Blaze.
Twitter.com/BlazeCasting.
All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you, I think, later this week for another Dota Trash. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for the next matchup against SNA Dota. Thanks for tuning in, and for Dota Trash, this is Gorgon signing out.
All right, guys.